Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I want to be showing you guys how to do a really cool exploding lines effect. Now this effect is really popular among indie games nowadays, and it looks like this. So let's say an enemy explodes. This really nice looking effect comes up. This is really nice looking during, let's say, intensive build-ups, and when there's a lot of screen shake and a lot of things are going on, and then suddenly, bang, this massive shape comes along. And it's just, it always appears at the same spot, but that can be easily changed. But, yeah. So, without further ado, guys, let's get started. So let's delete all of our objects right here. Yep. And we'll delete the boom lines object. Let's create a new object from start, and let's call this boom lines. This is going to be the object that creates all those lines. So in the create event, we're going to drag in some code and define some variables. So the first thing we want to define is the direction, which is the inbuilt GameMaker function, and this is just going to be random 360 because we want the random line to be in different directions. Next, you want to make a variable called lines, and this is telling us how many lines do we want to display. So say 6 plus choose 1, 2, 3. Now the 6 is basically like a base, and that's usually a good amount in my opinion. The next one is for the white. Now if you didn't see, I'll show you later. Basically when I click on the screen, a white flash appears as well. So we're going to use alpha 1 for that. And finally, set the line width, make that 20 plus floor random 25. Okay, so that's also going to be random. The reason why we have line width is because as time goes on, the line width actually decreases. And in the step event, we'll say line underscore width minus equals 1.2, and the alpha minus equals 0.1. Then we're going to say if the line width is smaller or equal than 0, and alpha is smaller or equal than 0, then we can destroy this instance. Like so. Cool. Finally, in the draw event, now once again, this is a really simple effect, but you can tell how good it is. Oops, let me just make it smaller. And here we can do a few things. So the first thing we're going to do is draw the lines. So we're going to say draw lines. So draw set alpha. We want this to be the alpha of 1, so full opacity. And then direction. So the first direction is going to be this. Okay. And then we're going to say draw set color equals white. Okay. And now let's start with drawing our lines. So it's going to say repeat and then lines. The reason we do this is because we're going to do this specific block of code for every line we want to create. In this case, let's say lines is a value of 6. We're going to do this 6 times because we have 6 lines. So we're going to say draw line width. So we're going to basically use GameMaker's inbuilt draw lines functions and say x, y. We want it to be the x, y position. X plus length underscore x. And then here we're going to say 640 and then the arm. So this is saying how far do you want to go like outwards. In this case 640 is because we can set our width and our height to match that property. Okay, I'll show you what I mean in a sec. And then the next one is y plus length underscore y. And once again here it's 640 DRM. Okay, this could be 480, but Yeah, we'll change it to 480. And then the final property parameter is just line width, which is the width of the line. Cool. Now we can say DRM plus equals 360 lines. Alright, cool. Now let's get into the white flash. So we're going to say draw set alpha is equal to alpha. And we can just say draw set rectangle. Oh, sorry, draw rectangle, my bad. And you want to set the x1 position, which is the top left corner, to be 0. The y10, which is the top left corner as well, to be 0. The x2, which is the bottom right, I'm pretty sure, and that's room width. And the y2, which is the bottom right as well, which is room height. We don't want an outline, so make that false or something. Alright, I think that's pretty much it for that. Let us create another object called oControl. And we'll say, in the global left pressed, we will instance underscore create XYO boom lines. Now that's pretty much it. Make sure to put the oControl object in your room. Did I put it in there? Yeah, it's not there. Okay. Put that right there. And play the game. So now if I watch the game and I click here, bang, you can see. Wait, what's that? My bad. I think I might have messed up. That's right. So instead of saying X and Y, you want to say mouse underscore X and mouse underscore Y. Now when you're creating your game, let's say you're creating like a platformer, when you want to create this object, just create it in the enemy's or your X and Y position. You're right there, see? Looks really cool. Obviously you can, it's fine. One thing that, just to make sure, is you can actually extend these lines. I'll show you. 640. We can make the 640 as well. It doesn't really matter, because as long as it covers the whole room, screen height and width, no one will really know that it goes overboard. So it's, as many times you like. Looks really cool. So now if we actually make this 10 and 10, I'll show what happens if you're not too sure what this function does. If I click, you can see how small that is. That's because we are only making this a radius of 10. So we're going to make this 640. Put that back. Anyway guys, that's a really simple tutorial, and I hope that you guys can make some really intensive build-ups in your game to create such a cool effect. So anyways guys, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll get another video up by today, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Build-ups.